Hello, it's Monday. I'm going to record the question and answer video today, and I'm going to put it up today. And it's going to be long because there's like 30 something questions here. Some of them might be doubles, but I copied, pasted, and printed out, and it's 2 sheets of paper. And while we're doing that, I'm going to go ahead and do my makeup. First thing I'm going to put on is the Makeup Revolution Hydrate Primer. Hopefully it's open. Okay, it is. The first question that's on this list is, what kind of music do I like? Honestly, everything. That smells weird. Country is like my go-to, but I listen to rap, R&B, heavy metal. Well, not really. I would call it rock, not heavy metal. The heavy metal, it's kind of iffy. I do listen to some of it, but I've always listened to everything because I just like music, if that makes sense. I love music. Music is like, I don't know. It's like my drug of choice, probably, as some people would put it. It's just something that no matter what I'm feeling, sometimes I can find the right song to make me feel better, or just to make me feel period. I'm gonna highlight the questions as I answer them. All right. How old were you when you first started using makeup? 13, I believe it was 13. I was in junior high or middle or 6th grade. So, and it wasn't a lot. It was mostly just foundation, some mascara. When I got more towards high school, I started wearing more, but not much more, if that makes any sense. I didn't really start wearing a lot of makeup till the past 2 years, actually. Before, it was all neutral tones. Nobody knew I was wearing makeup, if that makes any sense. And when I did put some on that you could tell was there, people were like, "Oh, you look so nice in makeup. You should wear it more often." And I would look at them and say, "I wear it every day." People honestly did not know that I was wearing makeup. I'm trying to see if I got a picture here. I don't. So I would say regular makeup I started wearing when I was around 12, 13 years old. This type of makeup that I put on for my videos in the last 2 years or so. But that was the L'Oreal True Match Lumi. It's one of my favorites. But yeah, basically when I was 12 and my mom, I think there's another question, so I'll go back to doing that. Which is better, buying lots of cheap things or buying a few expensive, better quality things? It depends on your budget. My fiance, he would say buying the more expensive things. I have no problem. This is the Maybelline Age Rewind in Neutralizer. I have no problem with the cheap things. In fact, if you go through my collection, which I've been doing, there is a lot of cheap things. If you can make them work for you, and we're going to use also the Tarte Shape Tape Double Duty in the color, I believe this is Fair Neutral. I'm just going to dot some underneath the eye to add a little bit more brightness. I don't see a problem with the cheap things because that's what I was raised using. And some things I look at it and I'm like, I just can't. Like, I have a Lancome foundation that I paid almost $50 for. And it's a really good foundation. But I don't reach for it as much as I reach for my L'Oreal. When it comes to eyeshadow palettes, ColourPop has the most amazing quality I've seen in any of my palettes, honestly. So price doesn't necessarily equal better quality. It just means you're paying more for the name. That's my opinion, honestly. If you have something that's expensive that you want, go ahead and buy it, but don't just buy it because of the name. Go in there to Sephora or Ulta and swatch it. See if you even like it. I bought a Too Faced palette that I'm going to use today because of the name, basically. And I'm using it in this video because I think I want to declutter it because it doesn't work as good as my other ones. There's the thing. I've only used it one time. This will be the second time I've used it, and I bought it around Christmas. So the name and the price does not exactly equal quality because it just doesn't. I've used enough makeup now that I'm able to be picky on what I want. Why did you decide to do YouTube? Honestly, let me go ahead and find. I thought I had powder out. One day, I was watching all the videos of all my favorites. And I just one day I was like, you know what? If you look at my Welcome to My World video, which I'm going to redo, I was nervous. I thought I could do that. I could sit in a room and I could talk to myself. I had finished college. Some of y'all have heard this. I graduated top of my class. I had my license to work in a hospital and run a medical coding and billing and all that good stuff. I'm baking a little bit. And doing interviews, I would get calls from my son's school that I needed to come pick him up. I live in the Houston, Galveston area. I was going to work at hospitals in Houston because they were just better paid, better benefits, and my son has autism. So the benefits were great. But the last straw was when I had to go pick him up one day because he was throwing a fit and nobody could tell me why he was throwing a fit, and the kind of fit he was throwing is only the kind as his mother that I had seen when he was really upset. I felt he was being handled wrong. After that, I found out that he had not been able to leave the classroom for weeks. I got a call from the principal that he was having bad days, even though his teacher was telling me he was having good days. There was no communication. I used to teach daycare. I used to teach high school computers. And I taught 4-year-olds. My mom was a principal before she was a psychologist. And I thought, you know, no one could tell me what is wrong with my son. What happened to make him upset like that, because we know our own kids. Disabilities or not, we know our children. And I knew something had to happen to make him that way. So with all the things I found out, taking him to the doctors, getting his medications adjusted, I just decided I could do it. Talked to Jason about it, and we decided that would be what's best, is for me to do it. Sometimes I feel like I've done the wrong thing. I take him out of school. He's not around other people. But back to the thing, one day, besides taking care of Eric, I was like, you know, I do my makeup every morning. All these videos show these people doing big fancy looks. But there's people like me who don't need all that. That just need the simple. That just need real. Real life, real looks, real things they could do at home. So that's why I've now decided this channel, you get real. You get my son running around behind me. You get him throwing his milk in front of me so he could get a glass of milk. You get real. So I decided to make a real channel. Not the edited, not the big fancy makeup looks. Okay, I used the Wet n Wild double-sided contour stick. I forgot about that. And the Catrice Nude Illusion powder. And now we're going on with the L'Oreal Lumi True Match Bronze in the color, doesn't say, medium. So I'm gonna, this has a little bit of sparkle to it, but not a whole lot. But yeah, I decided to do real. That we needed something real on YouTube. And I may not have a lot of subscribers. Right now, I think it's 355. I decided to check before. I do a lot of giveaways that I pay for. I got one palette in PR from Delancey Beauty. And technically, I paid for it and they paid me back. But you got a reel. I used that palette multiple times before I ever did a review. And if you buy that palette, you will not be... In fact, I've looked online trying to figure out, because You Can Be from Amazon, and Delancey is on Amazon as well. So I've been watching their palettes. There's some that they have on their Instagram that are not on there yet, and I'll buy it whether they ask me to or not, because I want to try some more. When is my birthday? September 11th. 911. I was born on September 11th. That's my birthday. I'm a Virgo, a very big perfectionist, and I really have. I will do a video focused on this one. I will circle it. It's if you feel comfortable, you could talk more about your son, about autism that your son has. There is videos up here that have more information on that. I do a giveaway every year. Now it'll be every year, where it's spread awareness for autism awareness. We start in January or February, and it goes till National Autism Awareness Day. And there's quite a bit of prizes in it that I pay for with my own money. I think the last one, everything was worth a little over $300. All right, what animals do you have? Can you show them, and how old are they? We have one dog. My dog, I had a Yorkie, and she passed away. She was old. And now we have Duke. He is a pit bull mix, and he is the sweetest dog. People run when they see him because of the people who make their dogs mean. They don't get that he will probably bring you a ball to throw for him. I don't know where he is right now. He's probably up front with Eric. There he is. See if you can see him when he comes in the door. There he is. What you doing, Doogie? But that's our dog. He's very sweet and loving. Him and Eric argue a lot, as you hear in my videos. Okay, that was L'Oreal and Baby Blossom. It's a dupe for the Dandelion by Benefit. I love this blush. He is about the same age as Eric. He's about 10 years old. I don't know how old that is in dog years. What is my dream career? When I was little, I wanted to be a mom. Always wanted to be a mom. This is the You Can Be Glow Kit. I think it's a dupe for one of the Kat Von D's. I'm going to use the middle shade, Marshmallow. It's a very pretty light highlighter. I'm kind of rushing through this makeup. I don't mean to. I guess because I'm talking. Oops. But my dream career, I wanted to work in a hospital. I wanted to be a lawyer when I was little, and I wanted to be a mom. And then when I got older, I wanted to just work in an office because it seemed logical. But then I decided I wanted to be in medical coding and billing and work with medical records. And I did really good at it. But life happens. Now I do really good at this. People just haven't noticed yet. Favorite makeup product to use in the summer? So far, even though it's the first summer I've used it, I would say those BB creams. Those BB creams and moisturizing, tinted moisturizers, because they're not so heavy on the face. They seem to be doing wonderful. It gives you some coverage, but not a lot, and it doesn't feel so heavy and cakey on your face. It's just awesome. Let's go ahead and spray. I got this Wet n Wild. Let's go ahead and... This is the Coconut by Wet n Wild. Alright. But yeah. Foundation, BB cream with a little bit of lip gloss, maybe a lip liner. Do your brows. Put some browns on your eyeshadow. That's going to actually answer another question. Why did you start YouTube? We already did that. I started it because we needed Reel. My future videos, I hope to learn how to do the editing really well. And I want to do where I can focus more on what y'all want. The wear tests, the vlogs. I really want to do that, but I need I record on my phone right now. I need a vlogging camera or a camera period so I could do different things and piece them together in a better way. But that's the kind of things I want to do. Vlogs. I want to show y'all my life. Where do you buy your Makeup Revolution products? Ulta. Ulta is where I buy them, and they do. If you want to, you can type in on the what's it called? The search bar, Makeup Revolution. And they have a website that has all kinds of products, and they have great sales on their website. And I've been meaning to try to do that. I'm putting a little bit of Jouer lip conditioner on. I noticed my lips looked a little chapped. And I'm going to do a makeup collection and a makeup declutter video. I already have a box back here of declutters. So, what was your dream job? We already answered that. Favorite palette. I thought about that when I was getting ready. If I had to go through and decide what my favorite palette was, I would have to say it's the Urban Decay Naked 3. I've used it the most. It does the best at just making simple. The Urban Decay Naked 3, if I had to pick another one underneath that, I would have to say my recent favorite one would be the ColourPop Misunderstood palette, because it's there when I want to pop a color. So those are my two favorites if I had to pick. Favorite movie, Sweet Home Alabama. Honest, which is hard to say because I also love Divergent. It's the entire series. I love Hunger Games, the entire series. Twilight, the entire series. You're getting the point. But if I had to pick one favorite, it would be Sweet Home Alabama. Because I just love that movie. It is such a cute movie. Why did you start my YouTube channel? I already answered that one. What inspired you to start your YouTube channel? The lack of needing of realistic on YouTube. We needed realistic. We needed the kids running in the back. We needed the phone ringing. We needed real for the people who have a real life that can't just sit there and focus on their makeup for 2 or 3 hours trying to do their brows or whatever. I'm putting a little more blush on. I noticed it wasn't really popping. We needed real. That's what inspired me. We needed real in the beauty community, and I think I bring that. Favorite color, purple. Purple is my absolute ride or die favorite color, has been since as long as I can remember. Favorite lipstick, I got 2 choices. I love the Laura Lee formula, Laura Lee Los Angeles, and I love the Maybelline formula because they both stay. And when you have a life like mine, you need stuff that's gonna stay. Those are my favorite lipsticks. And the nude colors draw me in, but I do, if I have to choose, I do like the corals and the pinks. I've tried purple, it washes me out, so I don't really like purple. Favorite YouTube channel, I have a couple, actually. I did a video on my favorites. We're gonna use this Anastasia Brow Wiz. I never miss a video from Tati. In fact, Tati and Laura Lee, whenever I am sitting around at night and I'm trying to relax, I will rewatch their videos. They are my favorites, absolutely. Glamour Index, I love her energy and her realistic nature. I love her way of telling us this is what you asked for, and then you don't watch it. And I know what she's talking about. As a YouTuber, there is a back page to our videos, and it does show us how many minutes you watch of the videos. Like, it tells me in how many minutes that total that people are watching, like the average time that they're watching per video. It doesn't say who. It just tells me the average time. And basically it tells you which videos people like watching. Like my haul videos and my giveaway videos seems to be the ones that people love the most and they watch the most. But I can only spend so much money, and I try to give you other things that you like to watch when I ask you what you want to watch, you know? But how did you first learn how to do makeup? My mom. My mom told me to accentuate the natural beauty I have, not to cover it up. So my makeup has always usually been accentuating the natural. Then Laura Lee, Tati, Samantha March, people like that taught me how to do more of the stuff that I've been doing. How long have you and Jason been in a relationship? Eric was 3, he's 10. So we've been together for about 7 years. My little sister was born the year we got together, and I think she's 6, so we're going on 7. Turn it down. Do you have a favorite foundation? Yes, I do. It's the L'Oreal True Match. It's either the Lumi one or the regular one. I love the L'Oreal True Match ones. I've been using them for a very long time. Before I even started my channel, they were $9, and I felt like I was splurging to buy them. No lie. And I love them. They were the best. And they still are. They still are my favorite. You see, I got both. This one the cap is all messed up because of this little thing squirted one day. I got both, and they're in W4. And when they first came out, they had these things that you put on your inner wrist, and they would show you whichever one kind of matched was your color. Your favorite food? My favorite food is Mexican food or spaghetti. Absolutely, I love Mexican food. Only grilled chicken stuff from like fajitas chicken and stuff like that. I love it, love it, love it, love it. And I love spaghetti. I'm a weirdo. My favorite car, I have a Ford Fusion, but my favorite car was always a Ford Mustang, and it probably still is. I haven't drove one in years. Favorite perfume, ICI. I don't know who it is. You can buy it at Walmart. And my other one was 379 Rodeo Drive. My new one is the YSL Libre. I think it just came out. I got a sample of it. And it's gorgeous. I love the way it smells. Other than that, Cherry Blossom body spray and body wash. It is like gorgeous. I love the scent. Favorite color is purple. Lipstick is Laura Lee or Maybelline in a nude color, usually, or a pink. Blush, the Tarte Captivating. Love it. Drink, Diet Coke. If they had a Diet Coke AA type meeting, I would be there. What's your favorite color? My favorite color is purple. Theme of shadow to wear. It used to be neutrals, and I find myself trying to go towards more color, but I also find myself still leaning towards the neutrals and the bronze and the golds. So I would say it's probably neutrals. Okay. Yeah, in my regular life, aside from doing videos, what is your go-to palette or shades? My go-to palette is the Naked 3, and my colors are the golds and the like, just natural soft colors if I'm trying to do a look and just go. It is in my what's that thing called? Pan container over here. Do you believe in the paranormal, and have you ever had any experiences? We're energy. God did make us, whichever way you decide. Did we just miraculously appear? Did God put us here? Are we all from Adam and Eve? Whatever you believe, I'm not here to tell you you're wrong. I'm not anything. We're energy. We were formed from energy, no matter what you look at it. We were formed from energy. When we die, that energy goes somewhere. Our spirit leaves somehow. But yes, I believe that sometimes people remain here. Have I ever had an experience? There's things that have happened that I couldn't explain. When my son was little, he would look off into space and just talk. Like he was looking at someone and he would laugh. My sister's gone. My dad's gone. My dad died a year before I found out I was pregnant. My grandma, everybody. Do I believe they're still here with me? Yes. In some form or way. There's some things that I can't explain that happened before in my life that we will do a video on if y'all want that. I will do a chit chat. Get ready with me. What brands interest you? What brands do you seem to skip over? All right, the palette we're going to use is Too Faced. The brands that interest me are ColourPop. ColourPop, Anastasia, Too Faced, Makeup Revolution, Morphe, Laura Lee, Los Angeles. The ones I seem to skip over, things like Natasha Denona and Pat McGrath. They have gorgeous shadows, but I'm not paying $129 for a palette. So I just kind of gloss over them. When they, oh look, that's pretty, I'm not getting it. That kind of price, I don't want to bring y'all something at that price, because most of you would probably have to save 2 or 3 months just to buy that one palette because I said it's good. The Natasha Denona mini palettes, gorgeous, $25. Really pretty. I've got one. Because $25 for this. You could get 2 ColourPop palettes for that price. 2 of their little great palettes that are coming out lately. First color I'm going to go into is Gretchen. This is on the chopping block, but we're going to put this down. Gretchen down. So I kind of gloss over those really expensive ones that for no apparent reason want you to sell your soul for their palette. for lack of a better way of putting it. They want you to sell your soul to buy their makeup. Kylie interests me, but I keep going back to the fact that, hey, that it seems like it's ColourPop with her name on it. So it's hard to buy her stuff because I feel I could find the same thing at the ColourPop site for cheaper. I'm not saying that she just puts her name on a better version of it, but ColourPop came out with skincare. She came out with skincare. ColourPop came out with jelly shadows type things, and she came out with it. They're made in the same building. I was always told if it walks like a duck, talks like a duck, it's a duck. But she does interest me. I do want some of those things because sometimes it's just so gorgeous. It just looks better. But I am looking into buying one of her palettes and comparing it. I could compare the lipsticks. Thinking about buying a couple things to compare and see, hey, is this the same formula? Let me know if you want to know that. Have you used makeup wipes as good as Neutrogena but more affordable? I love the Yes 2 wipes. I love the Dollar General wipes. I love the Equate brand wipes. Honestly, never used the Neutrogena ones. I'm probably going to have to go buy those so that we can find out. Let me put that on my list. If you had to choose, what would be the one makeup product you couldn't live without? Foundation. Because foundation, you could spot conceal, you can... Foundation, because it helps leave a clean slate on your face. Even if you're not putting anything else on there, you could just use it to do different things. It doesn't say you could only have one color. Remember that. The question did not say you could only have the one color. You could buy the lighter one to conceal. You could buy the darker one to do your contour, or to even put a little bit on your eyes to make a makeup look. What kind of family do you have? Blended? Big? I'm trying to figure out how to answer this question. I'm going to go in with Can't Even. It's like a darker brown. The question doesn't like verify. We have our moments where we're all close. I have family in New York. I have family near Raleigh. I think it's North Carolina. It might be South Carolina. Always getting mixed up. My grandma had 9 kids. My other grandma on my mom's side, she had 9 kids. I have an aunt that's the same age as me. I have lots of cousins. My little sister is adopted from within the family, without going into personal information. She's adopted from within the family. I had my mom had 3 kids on her own that she gave birth to. Let me go ahead and blend this. We were close most of the time when we were growing up. My mom and dad were very strict to a point. But mostly blended and close and big is the way I would describe my family. That is from the Now. I've been using the Now because if you look at this, the one then, these are all shimmery or metallic shades. If you had to buy from only one cheap makeup brand for the rest of your life, what company would it be? L'Oreal. I would say L'Oreal. I'm not sure about their eyeshadows, though. I might need to use that first. But it would probably be L'Oreal or ColourPop. How old were you when you first started wearing makeup routinely? 16? As a routine. Before, it was hit and miss. Like, I'd do it this day, I wouldn't do it that day. How often do you wear makeup in a week? And they want y'all to answer the question also and below, because this is so I could get to know you as well. In a week, I'd probably wear it. Now, I skip 2 days. Before, if I wasn't going anywhere, it didn't go on unless I just felt icky. I wouldn't put makeup on as much before I started my YouTube channel. Now I wear it a lot more often. And I wear a lot more color. I never used to wear a lot of color. Speaking of, I want to go into I'm going to use the gold one, Twinkie, from the top row right there as a lid shade. Before I didn't wear it if I wasn't going anywhere, unless I just wanted to feel pretty that day. Like, you know, you have those days where you just want to feel better about yourself. If I was going somewhere and needed to just cover up a little bit, I would. I mean, I want y'all to answer that too, just like they do. In one sentence or two, how would you describe yourself? Shy, friendly, loving. I try to help people. I'm very friendly, very loving, very sharing. Yeah, that would probably be it. And I want to see y'all's answers to that too. I used to collect teddy bears. It says, do you collect anything? I used to collect teddy bears when I was growing up. Teddy bears and teddy bear statues. I love teddy bears, and now it looks like I collect makeup and video games and movies. So I collect movies, video games, and makeup. I play a lot of Fortnite. I play Destiny. I play Tomb Raider. Because some days you just need to relax, unwind. And if you have children that play Fortnite, I will tell you, you may want to listen to them when they're playing. Just telling you. Some of those kids have mouths that you would not believe. What type of music, movies do you like? I like music, everything. Movies, that one's hard. I like scary movies. I've been watching them since I was little. And I like action, like whodunit type movies, mysteries. And I like those young adult movies, like Twilight. What state do you live in, and where were you born? I live in Texas, near the coast, between Galveston and Houston. I was born in Shreveport, Louisiana. Eric watches my videos. It says, does Jason, your mom, or other family watch your videos? No, I don't think they do. I know Eric does, because sometimes I'll be sitting here and I'll hear myself talking. My mom, she doesn't get on YouTube very much. She wants to be in a video, and she probably will be soon. I just have to find a better setup. And how long have y'all been subscribed? I would like to know also. Have you ever used a face peel? I've used a couple. Well, I don't know. What do you mean by face peel? leave that down in the description the comments below, because I've used some exfoliators. I've never gone somewhere where they've actually derma peeled, I think is what it's called. I've never done that. But I do use masks that you peel off, and I love them. Yes 2 is good. Formula 10.0.6 is good. Bliss has a good one. Let me know which one you're looking for, so I can answer that better. Do you have a favorite? My favorite eye cream is the one that I have, Life Essential Skincare. You get it on Amazon. I will try to leave it in the description bar below. But I do love it. It's my favorite. All right, we're going to go in with a little bit of the... I'm going to find another little brush. And we're going to take the Lost Boys. It's kind of a green, glittery color. And we're going to pop it on the outer corner. Right there. Just to darken that up a little bit. I'm just tapping it down. This doesn't have as much fallout as it did the first time I used it, which is weird. Where's that other? I'm going to use this brush instead, because I kind of want to... Alright, now we're going to take that same brush. I'm going to shade switch it. We're going to dip into Can't Even again, that we use for the crease. I know this video is long, but the questions, it's got milk in it, baby. Drink your milk.
That's ground.
All right, we got that a little bit underneath there. We're going to fluff it. Don't you dislike whenever one side pops more than the other? Alright, let's take this and just kind of blend that outer corner right there. Alright. And then we're going to take this glow kit again. Alright. Favorite eyebrow pencil, Anastasia Brow Wiz. Is my favorite, and I found out it was my favorite through a sample. But that is my favorite one. We're using the same color we used to all-time favorite face sunscreen. I don't use face sunscreen. If I had to pick, it would be Neutrogena though, because I've been using that on Eric and it seems to work really well. Before, he would still get sunburns sometimes on his cheeks, but I haven't noticed that being a problem anymore since I started using the Neutrogena one. So that would probably be my favorite. I'm sorry, I never used it before. In fact, I used to tan. Do you prefer high-end products or drugstore? Neutral. There's some, like the Anastasia Brow Wiz. I love it. I love Too Faced palettes, but I also love Makeup Revolution, Morphe, ColourPop. I love a L'Oreal brow pencil. I love e.l.f. e.l.f. is my ride or die. Use forever, will continue to use. Wet n Wild, use forever, will continue to use. So I can't honestly answer that question if I prefer one or the other. I'm very picky on what I get. when it comes to high end, do I want something that's extremely expensive? No. Like I said, the Natasha Denona, Pat McGrath, I can't buy those. I just can't. What's your go-to makeup routine when you're in a rush, and what products also? The L'Oreal foundations, the lip gloss with a lip liner, mascara, and eyeliner. If I'm going to use a palette, I usually use a neutral tone one, like I showed y'all in my no makeup. If I need a little bit more color, I will grab a ColourPop. Like if I'm running late, I will grab a ColourPop Super Shock Shadow and I will put it on the lids. Lipstick is an eyeshadow palette. The eyeshadow palette is, what did I say? We're going in with this Laura Lee one. Urban Decay Naked 3 lipstick is Laura Lee, and the Maybelline. If I had to pick another eyeshadow palette, anything Wet n Wild. They do some really good high quality dupes without putting it out there that it's really a dupe. Favorite lip gloss is Morphe. Did you know these are only like $7? And the other one is Buxom. But that's all the questions. I do want y'all to answer some. How long have you been here? Do you have kids? How old are you? When's your birthday? You know, just let me know about you. Whatever you choose to tell me. Okay, we're gonna go in. And I'm still not sure about this palette. I don't see as much fallout underneath as I did the last time I used it. If y'all remember, there was like a ton underneath here. So the jury's still out on that. I like the way the look turned out. And I'm sorry, once again, how long the video is. But y'all asked a lot of questions. So I hope y'all have a wonderful day. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.